I don't want my kid to have to go through what I went through because my life wasn't easy. I've basically been a foreigner my whole life.
Yeah.
That can be quite tough, like unless you have like the mental to handle that. Because of that, I kind of skipped my childhood. I feel like I didn't really have a childhood because
you were like
yeah.
Basically a
Yeah, that's basically how the interaction went. And then I got fed a lot of food, so that's like the Taiwanese way of saying, hey, we welcome you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
food is everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, like what's your favorite food in Taiwan?
Well, for the longest time my favorite food was lu rou fan. Yeah, but then I ate way too much of that and it shows. So yeah, now I would say anything my father-in-law cooks, because he's a really good cook.
He has a sweet mouth.
Thank you.
Lu rou fan I don't eat because I'm vegan.
Oh, you're vegan. Oh,
being vegan in Taiwan is like super easy.
Yeah, it's
just like Taiwanese people have understanding of it. So even you go to meats, like basically like meat dominated shop, they will just convert their food into vegan or something simple.
Yes.
I'm lucky at that too, and you like Taiwanese food. That's also cool.
Yes, definitely.
Does your wife cook?
Not really.
This is just assuming. Why has to cook?
I'm the one that does most of the cooking actually. Okay. Yeah, but
do you cook Taiwanese food or American food?
Rarely. I mostly cook like Western food and
or pao mian.
Yeah, when I'm lazy. Yeah.
Pao mian can be really nice, but like it doesn't have to be. It can't stay.
Yeah.
Around all the time. Yeah.
True that.
Cool. Yeah. Except from the that nice meeting and food, did you have any culture shock when you came to Taiwan?
When I got to Taiwan, one of the culture shocks I experienced is that that one is probably on me. I probably did not do much research on this because in my country we have like a spirit of Ubuntu community. Yeah. So when you're walking on the street in my country and you come across somebody, you have to greet them. If you don't greet them, that's considered disrespectful. So I've lived my whole life that way. I come to Taiwan and I'm walking on the streets of Hualien and I'm saying hello, hi. People, do I know you? And it's after a while that I started learning like the mannerisms of Taiwanese people that I realized, people
don't do that.
You don't do that. People must have thought I'm so weird. Yeah. So that was like one of the biggest culture shocks, like learning not to greet people.
Okay. Actually, like when people see you, they are shocked because you're a person of color. I just don't like mentioning that, but like it's just like what's different about you? Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But of course, you are different for people because you haven't experienced it. True. Is there anything that people? Is there any funny way that people approach you?
It depends on how you see them, but you tell this to some people, they find it funny. You tell it to other people, they find it disrespectful. Okay. But yeah, frankly, I find it like funny and interesting in some kind of way because I used to have long hair, right?
Okay.
And sometimes like you would have like really curious people. I faintly remember one time I was in a supermarket and I was like lining up to get my stuff, ringed out, and I just felt like a hand, just seep into my skull like this.
Wow.
And I'm like, what's going on? And luckily the cashier was like, hey, you can't do that. And I'm like, thank you. And then
who was that?
It was like some old lady behind me, and then after that she was like, oh, 好有趣哦. and then she was like, 你的头发是假的吧? And then I'm like, and then now I have to be, I was like, I had to get defensive, like, what? It's not fake. It's part of me, man. You know, I had to like convince this old lady that my hair is real.
If they say like oh, 你的国语讲得很好哎。
Yeah.
I just respond like 你的国语比我好啊。
Yeah, exactly. So 你也是。
Yeah. And then they say like they ask how long I stay in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I said like 13年多 or 12年多什么什么。
Yeah.
And then they said 哇好久哎，你在台湾比我久哎。
Yeah, that kind of banter, you know.
当然是啊，我是台湾人啊这样的。So it also opens the conversation.
Yeah. It's kind of like the way you look at. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling a bit, you know, playful, like somebody tries to touch my hair, and then I'll just try to touch theirs. I'm like, okay, man. And then they're like, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, you see.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you love about Taiwan? Like, there's of course there are a lot of things that we love about Taiwan, but like, if you mention only one, what would it be?
I would say one thing that I truly love about Taiwan is that, well, in my experience, I find like it's an awesome place to meet so many different kinds of people and people who come from like so many different walks of life. In some way, I feel like Taiwan is kind of like a melting pot. And for somebody like me, because I mean, some people might consider like Taiwan to still be like a kind of like reserved society,
island,
you know. So I find like some traits that Taiwanese people have are quite similar to the traits that, you know, people from my country have. So my experience of being in Taiwan has like mostly been super comfortable because of that. Because like I think like some of those things kind of just like helped speed up my understanding of Taiwanese people and Taiwanese society. So I would say that, and also like the willingness of Taiwanese people to, you know, constantly help me kind of continue to assimilate into society.
That's great. They will just leave everything to help you.
Yeah.
How about one thing that you would like Taiwan to improve on?
I would say perhaps transportation.
Transportation?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
that's the first time I've heard.
In the sense of not really like the infrastructure of like MRT and what I think that is like excellent, and you know,
nothing beats Taiwan.
But I think like on the roads, things get really crazy, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm also a victim of an accident. I have a scar over here.
Oh, okay.
And while riding my scooter, and it's crazy. Like the stuff you see on the road while riding or driving or even walking, it's insane. So if I had anything to say, is like I just wish everybody could be more cautious and like more, you know, have more sympathy or be an empath to, you know, another person who's like using the roads.
All right.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, like I had a friend. He used to say like Taiwanese people are like super nice in every aspect, but when they get in their car, they become somebody else. Just like, do you remember Mask? Like Jim Carrey.
Yes.
He is like a normal person. When he puts on the mask, he just becomes somebody else, just like that. So, okay, this is something that Taiwanese people can.
I think that's probably one of the only things that, you know, because I feel like this one is a serious one because like people's lives are involved, you know. It's not even really even about me, but it's also about other people who are like using the, because like there's literally some people who get knocked down by cars while they're walking on the crossing. You know, it's like, where else am I supposed to walk?
All right, Daniel, danke for being in my video. If you want to know more about him, follow his Instagram, of course mine too, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comment under the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.